Join me for this muscle building and bone building workout that's going to focus on the posterior chain of our body. So what the heck does that mean for you, posterior chain? Well, essentially we're going to work your posture muscles, and that includes everything going all the way down to your low back, your glutes, as well as your hamstrings. Now for equipment, I'd love for you to grab a light booty band, so you don't want to have too much resistance on it. You'll also need access to a chair or bench, a pair of light dumbbells, for reference I have 10s, and one heavy, for reference I have a 30. All right, let's go get busy. All right, before we get started, if you like to track your fitness with a watch, hey, press start now. For reference, I use the strength training module on my Apple Watch. All right, on your back, please. Elbows below shoulders, and then see if we can get the hands to come down to the ground. Lift the head, tuck the chin in. From here, I want you to extend the arms straight up and then bring them back down. And the elbows are just going a little past the shoulders. Working into our shoulder joint in addition to our mid-back muscles. And we're also getting this nice opening at the front of the body too, into the pecs and front shoulder. Let's keep that chin tuck, please. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, my hands are just staying mat width the entire time. 1. Lie on one side of the body, stack the hands, slide that top hand forward, and then circle it around until it lines up with your other side, shoulder, and then circle back. 3 more. Hands touching the ground if you can. Other side, stack the hands, slide the top hand forward, and then slide it over and around your head until it lines up with that other shoulder. Circle it back. We have 4. Knees are bent and forward of the body, so we're keeping the low back out of the equation and just moving through the shoulder and the thoracic spine. Last one. Excellent. Let's roll ourselves up. I'm going to get you standing, and then I'm going to get you down right away again. So my apologies for that. In a standing position, I want you to give me a hip hinge. Hands light behind on the temples, pardon me, and come on up. So we're learning that hip hinge because we're going to be using it for 2 of our big lifts, for our single leg deadlift, as well as our tripod row to work our back muscles. So I really want you to get that sensation that we hinge and we come and lean forward through the top of the leg here, not the waist. Pull those elbows back and down. 3 more. So our first grouping, we're down on the ground. We're focusing on our core muscles. Release. And it's 30 seconds of work, 2 rounds. Now you'll need your booty band for this as well. I want you to take the booty band and place it just in front of the elbow. Okay? Now you're going to lower yourself down and get yourself set up into a plank. Okay, from here, elbows are under shoulders, and then I want you to walk the hands out so that they're lined up with the elbows. Good, and you can stay on your belly here. We haven't actually started the exercise yet. So you should be feeling the mid-back muscles fired up to hold the position here. Now from here, we can lift the hips and stay on the knees for a modified plank, or tuck the toes and lift up. So we want to get those mid-back muscles involved in this plank so that we work the posture muscles. And the booty band offers a really good opportunity to do that. So again, it's just in front of the elbow, elbows under shoulders, and then we walk those wrists so they line up with the elbows. A couple more seconds here. I know this is a burner. I can feel it. I'm sure you can too. Lower down. All right, booty band just off to the side. Start level 1, arms down by your side, toes tuck. Keep the lower body on the ground and just lift the chest and the arms off and slowly lower back down. So we're not lifting really high, we're just doing a subtle back extension. As we lift, we're going to now pull those shoulder blades together and get a little bit into that upper back area. Pull together. Good. Now if you want level 2, it would be fingertips just on the temple. Come up, pull the shoulder blades together. So with the arms up, the low back muscles have a little bit more to lift. All right, booty band around the top of the knees, just above the knees. Moving into a bridge, banded. So feet apart, knees apart, arms down by the legs. Drive up for me, slowly lower, but don't let the bum fully hit the ground. In fact, just brush the ground and then come back up again. The entire time, the booty band's trying to pull the knees together and you're resisting it with the outer hip muscles and the glutes. So your posterior chain right here, getting into those glutes and hamstrings. All right, booty band comes off. Final one of the circuit on all fours. Plug the wrists under the shoulders, knees apart underneath the hips. Extend one arm, doesn't matter which one, and then the opposite leg and hold. So this is a bird dog, but we're gonna hold it in a static hold. Then I want you to muscle memory what side you're holding, because when we do the second round, we'll do the other side. Now grip the mat with your fingertips on that supporting arm. You're going to find that that takes some of the pressure off of the wrist joint. Extending the arm and the leg, keeping that neutral spine, hips square to your ground, gaze at the top of the mat. All right, so the next time we do this for the final round, we'll do the other side. All right, back to the plank. Booty band just above the elbow, or if you're like me with an elbow brace on, just in front of the elbow brace. Elbows under shoulders. Walk the hands so that they're lined up with those elbows, Modified plank or full plank. Feel the upper back fired up. Now give me a little bit of a pelvic tilt. Good. 10 more seconds here. So you can squeeze the glutes a tiny bit here if you're feeling it in your low back. Release. All right, booty band to your side. Low back extensions. We've got that level 1. Arms are down by the side. Both levels, toes tucked under. Keep the feet on the ground. We lift, we squeeze the shoulder blades, we lower. Or fingertips light to the temple. So we're not reefing the low back and just trying to get as high as we can. All right, we're taking about 30 degrees range of motion here. Feeling the muscles in the base of the spine fired up, but in a safe way. I've seen some very interesting variations of this exercise, and you can get away with that huge hyperextension. Well, actually, I don't even think you can get away with it when you're younger. It's just a recipe for low back pain. Booty band just above the knees. Heels close to the bum. Now I want you to fight that booty band from it pulling the knees together. Drive the hips up. Keep the rib cage knitted. Slowly lower. Don't fully touch the ground, and then back up again. Back of the neck is long. Squeeze into the glutes. If you're feeling your hamstrings too much, let's bring the heels in closer to the bum. All right, bird dog, static hold, remembering what side we did last time and the other side this time. Wrists under shoulders, knees apart underneath the hips, nice and long in the spine. Extend opposite arm and leg. And then I want you to rotate that thumb so it's pointed up to the ceiling. Flex the foot so the heel is pointed to our ceiling. Find that gaze at the top of your mat. Reaching at fingertips to toes. Last 10 seconds. We have a lot of core muscles fired up with this move. I love this move. Release. All right, grab a sip of water. We're gonna start the lifting part of the workout now. All right, you have less than 30 seconds, so grab that sip of water, but we need our chair or something to hold on to for balance. A wall works perfectly as well. I want you to really load up for the first exercise, which is a single leg deadlift. So I want you to load up and not have to worry about your balance. So we're gonna hold on to something and then really load up the hamstring. If you'd like to just mirror me, I think that'd be easiest for this workout. So grab onto the dumbbell with this hand. Grab onto your object with this hand. This knee bends. This is our working leg. Softness in the knee. Hip hinge like we learned in warm up and then drive up. Keep the shoulders squared. So there's actually some posture muscles happening too, while we also work into the hamstring and the glute. I also feel a lot in my hip too when I do a single leg deadlift. Now I have weak outer hips, so that's good for me. If you're feeling your hip, then you're like me. So this is good stuff. Now when the timer goes, we're not going to switch to the other side deadlift, the other leg. We're going to do an exercise in between. Last one. All right, so now we're moving into a tripod row. So I don't want you to move the dumbbell from that hand. Keep that same hand. Or if you need a break, by all means, if you're lifting heavy, shake it out. And I hope you are lifting heavy. But let's grab on that same arm, come forward, create a tripod position, feet apart, hand resting on your bench or chair, drive the elbow up, slowly release. Breathe out, release. So we've got that hip hinge again, don't we? Now these are big muscles. There's many of them working right now for our row pattern. So I want you to load yourself up. That's how we're going to get stronger. Working ourselves outside of that comfort zone. Breathing out. We have 2 rounds today, so come on, we got this. Time. All right, so now we're into the other side, single leg deadlift. Moving our chair. All right, grabbing onto the dumbbell with this hand. Again, if you're mirroring me, keeps it simple. Bend this leg. Now this one's our working leg. Softness in the knee joint, please. Belly button, draw it in. Brace those abs. Good. Now you'll see I'm in bare feet. Sorry, I should have cued you during the intro. This is a great opportunity to be in barefoot. And it's nice, actually, I like doing single leg drills in bare feet. I feel I can get better grip, better balance. I encourage you to try barefoot training every so often if you're not doing it on a regular basis, because it does keep the muscles of our feet engaged and strong. Whew. All right, so we're going to continue with this arm now, but with the row pattern. So if you need a break, again, grip strength is really what gets us when we're lifting heavy. Give your hand a shake. Just remember what hand we're using. We want to set ourselves up in that tripod position and then row and slowly release. Now, remember that neutral spine, right? So think about pushing the tailbone up to your ceiling. So we've got that lumbar curve. So as we lift heavier and heavier, we're also getting a great workout on our grip. And we now know that grip strength correlates with longevity. So we want to keep the grip strong. Whew. All right. So we're going to put the heavy dumbbell away. Grab onto that booty band that we were using. I'm bringing it around the wrists now. Now, from here, I want you to pull the band apart without the elbows flaring. Okay, so pull apart. You there? Good. Draw the belly button in, tighten up that core. Now bring the arms up, pulling apart and down. Side view, pulling apart, and down. So again, I don't want this to happen and that's going to happen super easily because your body's going to go with the path of least resistance, right? It's going to go, that's way easier to do. That's what I want to do. So I want you to pay attention. Keep those elbows and keep those wrists of yours in line. And you're going to feel this, shoulders for sure, but I'm hoping you're also feeling it in your mid back. We're getting those lower and mid trap muscles of yours. Whew. Yeah. All right. Light dumbbells, reverse flies. We have a hip hinge again. Super important movement pattern to learn. Hinge it here. On this set, we're going to do one grip. On our final set, we'll change up the grip. So palms facing each other, elbows slightly bent, fly up, slow release. Keep yourself hinged forward. Gravity's coming on the upper back. Those are the muscles that we're training. Breathe out, release. As we fly up, squeeze those shoulder blades. Keep yourself low, parallel to your ground. So I'm not flying up and standing at the same time. I'm in a fixed position with my spine. And then from there, it's my shoulders that are doing the work. Now this is the last move of the circuit, the strength circuit. We're going to start back from the top with our assisted deadlift. All right. So then I'll just, make a mild suggestion. Was the weight heavy enough that first round? Just throwing it out there, knowing that this is our final set. Again, just throwing it out there. Mirror me, please. 3, 2, 1. Shoulders stay squared. Nice. Woo! Yeah, I'm feeling this with a 30-pounder. All right, so we're going to now do the row with that arm. So we're not moving the dumbbell to the other side. But if we need a break for our grip and our forearm, then we can definitely shake it out. All right, let's get set up. So dumbbell back into that hand, hip hinge, hand tripoding on our chair, drive up. So my feet are mat width. Breathing out as I bring the elbow up, keeping myself square to the ground as I drive up. So we're probably getting between 12 and 15 reps. Nice and slow. We're nearing the end of our set here, so it should be getting really challenging if you've got the right weight. Okay, here we go, other side. So, deadlift first. Grab a dumbbell with this hand. This leg bends, now we're working this guy. Shoulders are squared, belly button drawn in, brace those abs. Come down and drive up. Woo, baby. Okay, so we're nearing the end of the set and it's starting to get a struggle for me. Probably got a couple of reps left here. Make them count. Last one. All right, don't change the arm. Using that side for our row now. Shake it out if you need to. Getting ourselves set up. Feet are mat width apart. Hip hinge. Hand is bracing on that chair. Drive up. Don't lose that neutral spine. Be strict with your form. Move into our booty band next. Woo! All right. Booty band. It's going around the wrists, remember. Once we've got it around the wrists, I want you to abduct away and then get those elbows in, bring them in, drive up. In, drive up. Notice my knees are soft. I'm really bracing through my abs. So this is a lot of core as well. Definitely feeling it shoulders, but I want you to feel it into the back of the shoulder, mid-back area as well. Woo-hoo. It's getting nice and toasty. Oh, we can roast some marshmallows. That's how toasty these shoulders are getting. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right, last move, reverse fly. Now, previous set, I said we were going to change up our hand positioning so that we hit different fibers of our mid-back. Grab those lights. Your hip hinge still stays the same. Now I want you to turn the thumbs so they're pointed away from the body and then do the fly. So I actually have my thumbs on the end of the dumbbells. I find that that's most comfortable for me. And then I've externally rotated my shoulders. Whew. Oh yeah. And we're hitting different fibers of the mid-back. Still want to stay parallel to the ground as best we can. Drive the belly button in, brace those abs, give that low back of yours some support. Breathe out as we lift. Last few reps, come on. Let's do one more. Oh, yes. Good job, you. Woo, there we go. Cheers. Building muscle, building bone, and building better posture. All right, let's do some stretches because I think we deserve them. Yeah. The stretching is like the dessert part if this were a meal. So it's the good part. Or you can be like my husband. He'll actually order dessert as an appetizer. Yeah, chocolate cake for an appetizer. And yes, he's healthy and doesn't have diabetes. It really shocks me. All right, arm across. We're going to use the back of our chair, okay? Thumb is up, hinge forward, and push back. And you're going to feel this fantastic stretch to the side of the body. And then with the thumb pointed up, we're getting our lats, those big muscles down the sides of the body. So they're attached just on the top of the humeral head. Keep stretching and just take a look. So they're attached about right there. That's why if we move our arm angle, we can get them. You know, it'd be kind of cool if I can get a whole workout suit that has all the muscles. What do you think? Probably be really, really hot to wear though. I would do it once for you guys. Here you go. But yeah, then you could see the muscles moving and what ones are being worked as we do the exercise. Back up. Now let's do both of them. This time the arms are just straight ahead. Same thing. Now I really like to drop my chest forward and push my tailbone up to the ceiling. I find I get a nice length in my hamstrings there. By dropping the chest, we're also getting some extension in your thoracic spine. That area of the spine can be quite locked up, and that can cause some issues, especially if we're doing overhead movements with dumbbells. And release. All right, let's finish off with a hamstring stretch for those deadlifts that we did. And then we can call it a day. Woo, yes, feel that. So listen, I've got my legs straight. I don't have my toe turned out. That's going to give me a different area of the hamstring. So you still hit hamstring. So give it a try. rotate your toe out and lean forward, right? You feel a different sensation. So don't hesitate while you're stretching to change the angle of your joint to hit different areas. You're going to feel a completely different sensation. Now, when we rest this hand, we never want to rest it right on a joint. We want it above or below. And we've got that hip hinge still happening. All right, so let's try it. So let's first try it with toes straight up on this one, and then we'll rotate out. Here we go. Hip hinge, toes straight up. Good, and now rotate out and forward a bit more if you can. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff, huh? Yeah, you're welcome. Release. All right, well done you. We lifted heavy today. We really hit that posterior chain of yours. I am proud of you. Drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you, and we will see you in the next workout. Bye.